Hi, in this video we will discuss the steps for doing sums under adjustment of capital in the first method where the total capital of the new firm is given. So the question will specify the total capital of the new firm and we will have to adjust the capital based on the total capital of the new firm. Let's go to the steps that have to be followed. The steps to be followed. Step 1. We need to calculate the new capitals of the continuing partners by dividing the total capital of the new firm, which will be given in the question, in the new profit sharing ratio of the continuing partners. Second step, we need to calculate the adjusted capitals of the continuing partners. When we say adjusted capitals of the continuing partners, we refer to the balance of capitals after all adjustments with respect to revaluation gain or loss, reserves, accumulated profits and losses, and the goodwill treatment. Step 3. We need to compare the adjusted capitals arrived as per step 2 with the new capitals, which is the answer of step 1. Now, in case the adjusted capital is greater than the new capital, we need to pass the following entry for the difference amount. Partners capital account debit to bank account or to partners current account, depending on whether cash is withdrawn or adjustment is made through the current accounts. On the other hand, where the adjusted capital is less than the new capital, we need to pass the following journal entry for the difference amount. We need to debit bank account or partners current account and credit partners capital account. We'll debit bank account where cash is brought in, and we'll debit partners current account when the adjustment is to be made through partners current accounts. So these are the 3 steps that need to be followed in this first method of adjustment of capital, where the total capital of the new firm will be given in the question. So let's go ahead and do a very small sum to help us understand this concept better. Example sum. X, Y and Z were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2. Y retired on 1st April 2019. On that date, capitals of X, Y and Z after all adjustments stood at rupees 19,650, rupees 19,800 and rupees 9,150 respectively. Total capital of the new firm as newly constituted is fixed at rupees 28,000 between X and Z in the proportion of 5/8 and 3/8 after passing entries in their accounts for adjustments. We are asked to calculate the amount to be brought in or paid off by the remaining partners and pass the necessary journal entries. So let's go ahead with the solution. We'll begin with the working notes. Step 1. We need to calculate the new capitals of the continuing partners X and Z. For this, we will take the total capital of the new firm, which is fixed as 28,000 as per the problem, and divide this in the new profit sharing ratio between X and Z, which again is given as 5:3. So in the case of X, it is 28,000 rupees into 5/8. So we get rupees 17,500 for X, and in the case of Z, it's rupees 28,000 multiplied by 3 divided by 8, which is 10,500 rupees. Step 2 is to get the adjusted capitals of the continuing partners X and Z. It's given in the problem that the adjusted capitals of X, the capitals of X, Y and Z after all adjustments stood at 19,650 for X. So it's rupees 19,650 rupees in the case of X, and in the case of Z it's 9,150 rupees. Step 3 is to compare adjusted capitals with new capitals. So as per the problem, the last sentence says calculate the amount to be paid or brought in by the remaining partners. So the adjustments need to be made through cash account or bank account. In the case of partner X, the adjusted capitals is 19,650 and the new capital is 17,500. The adjusted capital in the case of X is greater than the new capitals. So X will withdraw cash from the firm for 2,150 rupees. And in the case of partner Z, the adjusted capital is 9,150 rupees, whereas the new capital is 10,500 rupees. So the adjusted capital is less than the new capital. So Z has to bring in cash, rupees 1350, the difference. Let's pass the journal entries. Solution. Journal. Date. Particulars. LF number. Debit rupees. And credit rupees. The date of retirement of partner Y, 1st April 2019. In the case of X, he withdraws cash. So, X capital account debit to bank account. Amount 2,150 rupees being cash withdrawn by partner X. Same date. In the case of Z, Z introduces cash of 1,350 rupees. So it's bank account debit to Z's capital account, 1,350 rupees being cash introduced by partner Z. So these are the two journal entries that need to be passed for this example sum.